First Alert Weather.
And temperatures just a little bit above normal for this time of the year, but we're at 90 degrees outside. It is very dry, and we have winds out of the west at 13 miles per hour as we take a live look at the Pocatello Farm Bureau sky cam. With the dry conditions, it actually feels more like 86 outside. So it's very windy out there. We got more wind in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow, and that's just up in the fire danger. Also, as we look across the valley, I have the camera pointed to the north here from the Farm Bureau building, because you can just see kind of that haze, that grayness to the sky. We're going to have more of that. When we have these fires burning around us, we're starting to get into that season now. We're going to get the smoke drifting towards us. Now, it's not just the fire in central Idaho, but it's these large wildfires burning to the west of us in Oregon, and we're getting those westerly winds blowing that smoke and haze in our direction. Idaho Falls, we got 90 degrees right now. It's also very dry with winds out of the southwest at 21 miles per hour. Feels like 86 outside. And here's a look at those current wind speeds across the rest of the Snake River Plain. With 16 for Rexburg, we got 11 right now for those wind speeds in Blackfoot, 18 for the wind speeds out of the west in Jackson. Also got some gusty conditions across portions of central Idaho with winds lighter in Boise. Here's a look at the latest wind gusts. So occasionally get the wind gusts above 30 miles per hour at the Idaho Falls Airport. We got teens for the wind gusts in Blackfoot, teens and 20s across central Idaho. Of course, that's making any firefighting efforts on the Hayden fire extremely difficult. So here's the red flag warning that's been posted for tomorrow. Again, I'm looking at dry conditions with a lot of wind in here for your Wednesday. And from the mountains to the Snake River Plain, we're going to be dealing with an elevated fire start risk because we just don't have any moisture and no storms on the horizon except for areas to the south of us. Got a few thunderstorms right along southern Wyoming and parts of eastern Utah tonight. Tomorrow and Thursday, we could get a few thunderstorms spurting into extreme southeastern Idaho, but at this point, the chances are very low of seeing any substantial storm activity. We got some moisture wrapping through Utah and Colorado around this big ridge of high pressure, but we have disturbances coming out of the north, creating our windy environment locally across Idaho. We're going to be sandwiched in between these two pressure systems. That's creating the tight pressure gradient. The ridge of high pressure is going to shift closer to Texas for tomorrow and Thursday, and it's going to take a lot of the moisture with it. We have a dry flow out of the west, so a very low risk of thunderstorms over the next couple of days. We still have this low sitting up here around Canada, high pressure to the southeast, and again, that's just creating a windy environment. Vipercast, as we roll through tonight, you will see dry conditions with a few clouds for tomorrow. We'll have partly cloudy skies for your Wednesday. Couple thunderstorms may get close to areas like far eastern Idaho and western Wyoming, so we're talking near the border here with Wyoming. We have a decent chance of seeing some of those thunderstorms, but that's about it. For the rest of us, it's going to be dry and windy out there, and more of that for Thursday with just a few thunderstorms spurting off into southeastern Idaho and the valleys of western Wyoming for Thursday midday. And talk about the wind speeds here. After sunset, the winds are calming down, but we're going to pick it right back up here for tomorrow. Winds well into the teens and 20s for your Wednesday. Same thing here for Thursday. You get a little die down at night, but the winds fire right back up during the day, and you're going to be stuck with the winds from the mountains to the valleys. Also, we're stuck with the smoke and haze. Wildfires burning in Oregon, also across Montana and Idaho, and that smoke is just going to be settling on in as we get through the Snake River Plain, the Magic and Treasure Valleys. 92 tomorrow for Preston and McCammon, 87 in Lava with a high of 88 in Soda Springs. We got 89 for Rexburg, 89 in Swan Valley with 86 in Jackson, the mid-80s in Island Park, lows back to the 40s and 50s overnight. And you got temperatures for the rest of the 8-day outlook for Jackson peaking to Saturday around 90 degrees with the upper 80s in there for some Sunday weather with the wind with us, and we got a slight chance of a thunderstorm thrown in there for Thursday. Rexburg, we're looking at highs here in the upper 80s and low 90s heading through the next couple of days, and we got highs around 94 for Saturday afternoon. Central Idaho, you got highs here at 94 for Salmon, 92 in Challis with the 86 for Arco and 86 for Mackey. Highs in the Salmon area will be in the low to mid 90s for the rest of this week on into the weekend with some gusty conditions, a slight chance of a thunderstorm on Thursday with some partly cloudy skies. And in the Snake River Plain we go with highs in Idaho Falls at 91, same for Blackfoot at 94 for Pocatello, mid 90s in American Falls. 8-day forecast for Blackfoot, you'll see highs here in the low 90s for the next few afternoons. We got the mid 90s for Saturday, and then we're still into the 90s all the way into next week, but it looks like we're going to see the winds trying to calm back down for next week. That's some good news there, but we're just stuck with some dry weather. Low risk of thunderstorms over the next few days. Pocatello, 94 degrees for tomorrow and Thursday. We're peaking around 98 for Saturday and 97 on Sunday. Very close to 100 for Pocatello and the lower Snake River Plain this weekend. Moving over to Idaho Falls, a high of 91 for tomorrow and Thursday. 92 for Friday. We're in the mid-90s for the weekend. Pulling in some sunshine for next week with mostly sunny conditions for Sunday and Monday. We're expecting to see overnight lows back into the upper 50s to lower 60s. A couple thunderclouds may show up over the next couple of days, but we're not looking for any major threats for thunderstorms. We're holding on to a very dry outlook. Linda, we're going to send over to you.
All right, thanks, Michael. UPS and the Teamsters Union have reached a tentative deal that could avoid a devastating strike at a crucial time for U.S.